Bitter criticism, genocide dossier from Al Jazeera. Al Jazeera, the genocide dossier. Or Israeli attacks on Gaza refugee camps continue as war enters 12 months. Live updates. Well, this time there's no more Israel war on Gaza live or something. Only live updates. Israeli attacks on Gaza refugee camps continue as war enters 12th month. Oh, there it is. Israel's war on Gaza live. Humanity must prevail, says UN official. We have a video as usual. This video may contain live patterns or images that could trigger seizures or cause discomfort for people with visual sensitivities. The first is by Stephen Killen and Uroba Jamal. September 7, 2024. Women and children are among 31 killed in the Gaza Strip as Israel bombs northern, central, and southern areas in its relentless onslaught. Tens of thousands of Israelis again take to the streets demanding a truce deal, with one family member of a captive held in Gaza calling Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu Mr. Dead. I will read this, but I always read just the short text. And 8 minutes ago, Jabalia resident asks Israelis why after deadly attack. What? Earlier we reported at least 8 people were killed and 20 wounded in an Israeli airstrikes on the Halima al-Sadia school, which sheltered war displaced Palestinians in northern Gaza's Jabalia refugee camp. More details have now emerged. Quote, the 2 missiles targeted a tent, not even a concrete building or a tunnel, said witness Ahmed Abd Abu. Quote, we came down among all the people killed and were scared, including a woman preparing milk for her child. He asked for an explanation from Israel's military as to why it will attack defenseless civilians. Quote, isn't the siege, hunger, and destruction we have experienced it enough? 24 minutes ago. And then 24 minutes ago, Palestinian photographer wins prize for Gaza coverage. Palestinian photographer Mahmoud Hams has won the prestigious Visador News Prize for his coverage of Israel's devastating war on Gaza. Hams, 44 years old, has worked for France's AFP news agency in the besieged Palestinian territory since 2003. He denounced the targeting of journalists during the conflict. Quote, I spent my childhood in Gaza, and in 23 years of photojournalism, I have witnessed every war, every conflict there, but this war is unlikely any other, said Hams in a statement. Quote, many journalists have been killed, others wounded. I've also lost friends and loved ones. We struggled to keep our family safe, he said. Quote, I hope the photos we take show the world that this war and the suffering must end. Eric Baratat, a deputy news director at the AFP, paid tribute to his Ham's work. Quote, Mahmoud and his colleagues, photographers and journalists from AFP in the Gaza Strip, have carried out extraordinary work in every respect, considering the conditions in which they lived with their families and loved ones, said Baradat. Quote, it is staggering and often unimaginable. Their testimony will be recorded in history. 42 minutes ago. Sorry. That was propaganda. 42 minutes ago, analysis. Quote, general recognition, Netanyahu a barrier to ceasefire deal. Doug Bandeau, a senior fellow at the Cairo Institute, says the public appearance together of CIA Director William Burns and Mossad Chief David Barnea discussing Israel's war on Gaza was a gentle push for Israel to get a ceasefire deal done. Quote, what this tells me is both of them are pushing hard. They are working together. They are trying to get an agreement between Israel and Hamas. There's general recognition that Netanyahu has been a barrier to getting that agreement, Bando told Al Jazeera. Politicians in the United States remain reluctant to criticize Israel, quote, even when it appears to be guilty of the same breaches of international law as other countries, he said. There's a willingness not to talk about what Israel's done. And lastly, 57 minutes ago, Houthis say they shot down a U.S. drone. Yemen's Houthi group said they shot down a U.S. MQ-9 drone that was conducting hostile acts over the airspace of Marib Governorate in the Iranian-aligned group's military spokesman Haya Sare said. We will share more details as we have them. Since last November, the Houthis have been attacking Israel-linked ships in the Red Sea as an act of solidarity with Palestinians being killed in Gaza. The Yemeni group also started attacking ships linked to the United States and the United Kingdom after the two countries launched a military campaign in January to end the Houthis' assaults on shipping lanes in the region. And that's it. So I guess things are getting better since Palestinians are not dying yesterday or today. Of course, thanks to me, thanks to my covering from Chile.